We got a hit on the bunker, guys. Yeah, definitely a hit on the bunker. It's probably another oyster cracker. There you go. There you go. Fish on, guys. Fish on. If you want the gills, we've got the skills right here at 302 Fishing. Welcome back to the channel here. If you're brand new and you're still hanging around and you haven't already done so, smash that subscribe button, click that notification bell, drop a comment below. Give us a big fat thumbs up if you like any of our episodes, and of course, follow us on Instagram at 302 Fishing. So, I'm way down south here in Delaware. I planned this thing out for multiple weeks. And again, I've been watching the fishing reports and looking at Facebook and seeing that people are catching fish down at a very, very popular landing that we're at today. That's Massey's Landing right behind me. In particular, I saw two photos that kind of gave me encouragement to come down here because, again, you don't want to come down here and be skunked. You want to be prepared. That's why I'm always looking at the reports and always looking at pictures and what's going on. But somebody caught a big old 12-pound sheep's head right off of this pier right here, and as well 22.5-inch red drum, which is quite rare here in Delaware. They do come around, but not too often, but that was pretty cool to see. I'll tell you the baits that I'll be using, and I'll tell you what those particular gentlemen caught those two fish on, and hopefully we can have the same result. I don't know if we're going to catch any big ones, but this is the kind of episode where you come out right here where you can't really have any preset plans. It either happens or it doesn't. It's not like bass fishing where you know you're going to catch fish and just got to figure out what bait it is. You come down here and it's hit or miss, guys. So you got to be reserved to the fact that you might come out skunk sometimes. But this is not the only place we're going to be at right here. We're going to be spending about 2 hours at this landing right here, and we're going to go to a couple other locations that I have that might yield fish. So bear with me. I'll talk to you about the baits and everything else in a couple seconds. I've got my rods all rigged up. They're in the water right now. We're going to talk about the baits that we have here. First and foremost, I want to thank Smith's Bait Shop. Those guys always hook me up each and every time because they're up in my area and they provide me with whatever I need, whether it be baits, lures, any kind of tackle or any kind of repair needs I have. These guys are it right there on Route 9 on, I think it's Bayside Road, is it? Route 9? Yeah. Over in Lipstick, Delaware. So if you get a chance and you're in Delaware, drop into their shop, man. Get the baits, man. They're very, very cheap. I got a pint of minnows right here, which I got from Smith's Bait Shop for $5. And then we've got bunker right here. We've got sand fleas. Those both came from Dan's Tackle Box. He's a Milton. And then, of course, we got our high lows. We got our tools that we need to go ahead and try to fish. So we're going to be out here for a little bit, man. We're going to wait for the tug right here and see what's going to be put on the end of the lines right here. But speaking to the gentleman to the left and to my right, we've had striper, we've had croaker, sea bass, and as well a flounder here. So we just got to be patient and hopeful something will hit on the end of my lines right here. I'm hoping one of them giants that we talked about, which is the sheep's head and the red drum. But I'm happy with whatever is on the end of my line. That's all that matters to me. I did mention to you in the intro there was a big sheep's head that was caught, and as well the red drum. Both of those were caught off of sand fleas. So if you're not familiar with what they look like, this is what they look like. Kids always go on the beach and they dig these things up out of the shoreline right there, right where the water breaks on the shore. And these things are great bait, man, for a lot of fish in here. Something was on there, definitely.
Took your fish plate.
Yep.
Oh, crabs.
Yeah, he sure did. Yep. It's probably the tog. No, what did I have on there?
You had minnow.
There was a minnow on there.
Yeah.
He had my minnow. Well, I got stripped of my minnow. So we'll have to put another one on and see if we get another bite there. Could have been a little baby striper to hit me. Trying to make a snack on my bait here. Oh, shoot. That was a hit right there, guys. Had a nice hit on this rod right here. I got snatched. You got my sand flea, guys. If it's a tog, man, these guys will drive you nuts, man. That's why they give you a whole bunch of fleas, because they're very slick in getting these things off of the hook here, or just leaving you with the shell. So let's get another one on here. But so far, we got a bite on the bunker, bite on the minnow, and bite on sand flea. But we're literally just dropping it right in front of the pier right here because there's pilings that are right here. And that's where these sheephead and as well the tog like to hang out at. But I'm gonna hold on to this rod because again, tog are very quick and they will snatch up on that bait in an instant. So I want to make sure if that's what it is, I get a hold of them real quick. All right, looks like we got a hit on the other rod right here, guys. So let me slip over here, grab this one up. Rain's got a little more steady paced here. I'm okay if it's raining just like this a little bit, guys, but we don't want that downpour, of course. But you can see right here, it's a pretty good drizzle that's going on right now. We've got bayfish that are just jumping all over the place right here. So something big has to be roaming around here. Why wouldn't they be here? You know the men from the boys, man. The men sitting right here in the rain, they don't care. But quickly, people vacated the pier. More fish for us, right, guys? We are on an outgoing tide. If you can look right here, you can watch the foam. It's going out towards the Indian River Inlet, which goes out to the ocean. So literally, what's that, about a mile, guys, away, possibly? That's where the Atlantic Ocean is at. I wish you guys were here earlier. I didn't want to film it because the guy was already enraged and yelling at his dad like he was a little kid, man. It was crazy. But he ran into somebody's boat twice, smashed the back of the dock 3 times with his transom. The dog almost jumped out of the water. And it took him an hour just to get the boat up on the actual trailer and get out of here. Meanwhile, 30 people were watching this young guy, I don't know, about 50, screaming at his old dad, about 80 or 90 years old, calling him all kinds of names in the book. But when it's sunny, it gets wild out here, guys. You'd be surprised what people do out in these boats. Oh, we got one, guys. Another fish on. Another sea bass. Yeah, he hit the minnow. He's an equal opportunist.
Tomorrow will be nice.
All right, there we go. 2 fish, guys. Look at those beautiful colors, man. Isn't that crazy looking? Just to let you know, fish don't stop biting when it's raining, guys. But check out right here. You can look right here. See all the bait fish just skipping around right here? You know there's got to be a striper right around here somewhere that's willing to bite. Come on. Kind of keeping an eye on these clouds right behind me. Doesn't look like it's super dark, so if it stays like this, I'm good with it. But we're hopeful that it's not going to be a downpour. This is off and on rain today, so we got to try to believe the weatherman, who's like 90% wrong half the times. It's like something's barely nibbling on this line right here, guys. I think they got me. Feels kind of late. Still out here in the rain. Again, I'm still tolerating it, even though my arms are all soaking wet. But we got all the boats starting to race in now. Try to get on dry dock here. See them moving in here. But I want to make a point of contention when you're out on these piers, even in the rain, you must have your license on you at all times. Because I don't know if you can notice, and I'm going to turn around inconspicuously. But if you look over here straight ahead, and to the right of that pole, you see that black pickup truck right there? That's the park ranger, guys. And they will go ahead and come up on you and look to see if you have your license. So if you come here, make sure you got it, because you're going to get fined, especially if you're from out of state. But let's get this fresh minnow, fresh sand flea back on here, and see if we can get some action going on here, because right now, guys, it's still dead, and I just lost my minnow. Good job, Dan. So it happens with these high-low rigs, man. They get all jacked up and discombobulated. But at some point in time, I'm gonna meet my maximum saturation limit, because we're getting very close right there. But when people are coming in, there are people actually going out. We watched 3 boats go out here. The guys are all geared up in their rain outfits, and I'm sure they're probably gonna be out there drifting. Probably nobody out there on that water, man, and they got the whole inlet to themselves, basically. But I think Kevin's getting to his threshold too. See how soaked he is? It's about how soaked I am right now. We've been out here for about an hour already. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and change locations here. I'm gonna come down to the end of the pier since everybody's gone, and see if we can get anything off of this side. A lot of fish are jumping around. You can see all these bait fish running around. I've been seeing fish swooping up on these little minnows jumping out of the water. Got our adoring fans out here, our ever so loving geese. They like to migrate all over the place and wreak havoc around fishermen. One thing you got to do when you got these minnows out here is obviously you want to try to keep them as fresh as possible for as long as possible. Make sure you got proper aeration. As I always tell you, get one of these baby bubblers right there from Walmart. It's about 11 bucks. And you get a couple AA batteries from the dollar store, and it'll last you pretty much all day long. And these minis can keep bringing you some nice looking fish on the end of the line. So we're going to put double minnows on this rig right here. And I'm going to put double sand fleas on the other and see what happens there. We're actually got a fish bite on one, and I'll put the sand flea on the bottom. My feeling is probably those little sea bass are still tagging up on these baits. Hey, I think we might have one on. Something was pulling on it. The rod bent down pretty good. I don't know if they're messing with the fish bite or messing with the sand flea there. I'm all by my lonesome out here. Not even the fish want to come to visit me. So everything's all queued up right here. You got 1, 2, 3, 4 boats right here getting ready to queue up to get their boats off of the water here. You got one going out. But it's crazy watching so many people coming in here, because this guy right here in the yellow straight ahead of us, he came full bore all the way until he hit that sign right there and just shut the motor off automatically. Like, why would you do that? Just come down to a gentle stop. But it is what it is, man. Don't give boat licenses to anybody out here, huh? Something's making a meal of all the sand fleas I keep putting on here. All right, drop that down there. They're probably getting bored of the fish bite, and then they realize they see another bait down on the bottom. It's like, oh, that one looks a little easier to get off the hook. The bait fish have really picked up in intensity over here. Look right here. I'm gonna reel my rod up here a little bit so I can keep the line taut, but look right out here and you'll see white flashes coming up in front of you in the screen here. Give it a couple seconds, maybe 1 or 2 minutes here, so you can see it. I'm assuming they're probably bunker going after the bait fish. There's another flash right there. There's fish all around us, except for on our hook. See them all? Look right here. There's a school fish swooping there. All you see is those white little flashes. See them? Right there. As quick as that school came, as quick as it went. School of fish is on the side of the dock right here. I just walked over there and saw them flashing around over there. But look right here. See them? Right there. I'm trying to be where they're at, but you can literally just see them swooping up here. See them? I got a feeling those things that are jumping up and down right there are shiners, because they kind of look like it. So what I'm looking for here is, you can see the current that's going on right here, and you can see the line of the current going right out here, and obviously there's water rushing over here. But if you notice, there's a convergence right here, and that's nice and calm area, and that's where I want my rods to be at, right where these fish are ambushing bait coming out of those eddies and everything else like that. But again, nothing is jumping on my lines as of yet, because it's an outgoing tide, so it's not a good time to be fishing right now. Our rain has picked back up again. I'm just hoping all this effort is worth it, guys. Sometimes you gotta wade through the crap to find the gold. They are just destroying it. I'm gonna go ahead and throw some fish bite on here, since it looks like they are actually tagging on that. And let's see if we can try to hook up these fish that have been swimming around here, been stealing my bait. At least with the fish bite, they can't steal it as easily. But the brand that we're using right now, obviously, is Fish Bites, and Bag O' Worms is what it's called. We won't cut a long piece, but enough for them to get it in their mouth. That should be long enough right there. This stuff is slippery when it's wet. Get that little bit of mesh off of there if we can. But once this stuff is on there, man, it's tough to get off, man. So when you get done fishing, make sure you take this mesh off of here, because it's like concrete when it's on there and it won't come off. All right, we got our fish bites on here. Let's see if that changes things up a little bit, since we still got all these fish swirling around here. Maybe they might bite a little bit better on a smaller bait. Definitely got some tugs going on here now with the fish bite. Yep. There you go. We got him. Fish on. Little sea bass, guys. Another one. Little tiny little buggers, man. It's gonna keep going down in size. Put that down there. Show our little pretty fish off here. Nice cool brown eyes. Look at the brown eye right there, guys. Isn't that nice? She's gone. That literally took 2 hours to catch that next sea bass right there, guys. That's how long I've been out here in this rain. Every once in a while, you got to pick your bait up, because again, with the tide rolling like it does, I got something on, guys. What do we got here? Oh, stupid horseshoe crab. Nah, good thing we got our pliers on. It's a strong enough line I can lift this guy up here. But these are the buggers you don't want. But they are a protected species, guys, so you got to be careful of them. A lot of people know there's a lot of medicinal uses for the horseshoe crab. And I gotta find the hook here and get it out of him. And flip him. Oh, he came right off the hook here. We'll grab his tail back up and just chuck him right back in the water somewhere. And he's on his way. Literally a dinosaur I just tossed in the water. They've been around for millions of years. But Delaware is pretty famous for the horseshoe crab run. But I'll put a link down below in the comments section there. Some fun facts about the horseshoe crab and what they're used for and how long they've been around in Delaware. It's pretty interesting history about the horseshoe crab. And it also saves lives, that particular species too. But there was no fight on it. I kind of figured we had a horseshoe crab. It's either that or you're fighting with the blue crabs too. Sometimes they'll sit there and eat your bait all day long. But I'm glad that was the only one we've had so far, so that's a plus. But when you go onto Cape Henlopen Pier, which is over that way, you'll get them all day long, man. They sit by the pier and they just congregate right in that area and just wreak havoc on your high-lows and everything else. Even though you saw that single horseshoe crab right there, you got to be mindful that that is not the only horseshoe crab that's down below there, man. They migrate with each other up and down these. Look at this, guys. Man, that was a nice solid hit. It's still, oh my God, that was a huge hit. Wow. They're pounding up on this fish bite. That could have been a striper, by the way, that was being hit. Something's clearly around because there's small, look, see how the bait fish are just leaping out of the water. There's something down there. Just looking around here, man, just thinking to myself and just turning around, and I'm looking here and it looks like it's kind of lightening up over here, so it might stop raining for a little bit. I'm hoping that happens. Try to get a little bit dry because right now I'm all pruned up right here because I've been in this rain for so long. Just for the heck of it, see how the tide's rolling right here, but right here is kind of calm. I'm gonna see if I can drop my line right here and see if we can get a bite right there while this line down in the corner right here with the fish bites works just magic. But we're gonna see something's over there because sometimes these fish like sitting close to where that tide rips by. 2 minnows. So let's go ahead and walk over here and drop our line right over here, just for the heck of it. I can keep an eye on that one from this distance here. Good thing about the fish bites that are on that rod right there is it's not easy for them fish to rip that bait off of there. It'll sit there for a good long while because that mesh holds everything together pretty well. Unlike minnows, they can get ripped off in an instant. Well, I guess we're not going to get that lull in the rain there because it's only picked up even more. But this sucks. Come on. Come on. Good news is I'm not the only one that's out here. They're not on this pier, but across the way over here where the other side of the pier is at, they got 2 or 3 people over there out there hardcore just like me. They could care less about the rain, as long as it's not too hard. I'm debating whether I want to go to Lewis, which is well over back at that way over there, and fish the canal and try to flounder fish. Because again, it's nice and quiet here, but do I really want to pack everything up and make that trek over there? Because I've been here for a while, man, and I'm kind of tired right now. Looks like we're going to lose our first rig here because we are stuck on the bottom. Tighten up the drag a little bit and just wait for the snap of death. There we go. Oh no, we got the rig still. I think we were just caught on the piling. Definitely getting bites right here. This is a fish bite rod. Delaware pterodactyl. There we go. Oh man, he got me hooked up in the bottom there. Funny how they can get the bait and then put you in the rocks. But we broke free, man. And we got the fish. There you go, guys. All right, sucker. He probably got the bait and then went up underneath the rocks. That's probably why I got hung up. But again, same thing, another sea bass. Yeah, gone. Getting bumps right here, guys. Oh man. This stupid fisher put me down into the rocks. It's almost happened a second time where I got put into the rocks by the fish. It looks like my man caught something over there. See what he's got there. What'd you get? See what he has right there. He's trying to get out of the groove of the dock there, but he's been sitting on that corner right there. It's that old striper. Nice striper. It's about maybe that long, but he's sitting right in a slack area. I noticed him doing that a while ago. So since he caught a striper over there, that would lead me to believe that I could potentially put some bunker on here and have the fish land up on that if we have any in the area, because if there's one, there's some. Let's just change up for a little bit. We'll get off the minnows for a tad and then chunk out there with the bunker. Bunker's kind of a slimy little fish, but they're a great bait for striper. Get our little bunker strips right there. Cut a hunk of meat about that big, and I go across the spine right here. You can see how I'm hooking it up right there. Be nice to get one of those little buggers on there, a little schoolie. Give us some little bit of life in this episode. So I yelled over to the gentleman that caught that striper, and he caught that on a sand flea. I'm already getting hits right here, guys. Look, that's on the bunker. I don't know if it was a horseshoe crab or not, too, because they'll pick up on that bottom one because it's a hunk of meat. But you know when striper hit, man, you'll see that tip violently whack down towards the water if they get a hold of that bunker. I think we might have a hit on the bunker right here, guys. Yep. There we go. Get out of there. Got a fish on. Fish on, guys. Decent one, too. Decent fish. Frickin' oyster cracker. That's the biggest fish of the day, though. What an ugly looking creature, guys. Smacked up on that bunker. We're gonna grab it on the hook, and you're gonna turn the hook upside down like this. See how the U is up in the air? And it's a flick, quick flick, and then he's off there. All right, we got a hit on the bunker, guys. Yeah, definitely a hit on the bunker. It's probably another oyster cracker. There you go. There you go. Fish on, guys. Fish on. What do we got? Striper. There you go. On the bunker, guys.
Awesome.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to cut the line on him now.
Minnows on there?
No, it's bunker.
Oh, bunker.
Yep. Took a long while, guys, but we got a striper on the bunker. But I'm gonna look down here. I can see the hook. I'm gonna have to cut it, guys. So I'd rather protect the fish than try to harm it. But we got to put the fish back, obviously, because it's a small fish. But we'll cut that off there. I knew it was going to be a matter of time before we hit a striper off of the bunker. But boom, we've got 3 species on today right now. Perfect little schoolie. Well, let's get her going. And she's going. As I always mention, man, I'm always talking and almost missing, but got a fine gentleman right here. Just happened to see my rod bopping around. I turn around. Again, it was that one right there, and right there on the bunker. Good job, buddy. What's your name? Jack. That's Jack right here. And Mike. Mike, and you guys are local?
Yes.
Or you,
local to Lewis.
Lewis? All right, there you go, guys. Right close to where we're at. All right, man, I'm excited. So like I said, if there's one striper around, there are multiple striper around, guys. They fly around here in schools sometimes. If I had to think how long that was, because I didn't have a ruler on me, I'd say probably maybe about 18 inches how big that one was. Hey, get out there, suckers. Get out. Get. Yeah. Yeah, almost took my bunker. I forgot I left the bunker up there, man. The damn seagulls almost took it. I was just reeling up my rod and something's on the end of my rod, guys. Ah, stupid ass oyster cracker, another one. Oh well. But we're gonna have to try to get this out of here. The hook's right there, I can see it. But again, look at these things, guys. Truly disgusting looking creatures. God didn't give him the pretty looks there, but he swallowed that whole bunker head. Oh, I got shot in the face. He's trying to get out of here, but I'm going to get the circle part of the hook, and he's gone. Right. Boom. Let's get the heck out of this rain, guys. It's ridiculous out here. I really pushed my equipment to the limits there on that episode. As you can see, it's pretty nice today, but that day, again, as I thought, it was going to be intermittent rain, but Mother Nature changed her mind. She decided she was going to go ahead and rain continuously. Had about 15 minutes of time where I didn't have any rain, but then finally she got fed up with me, opened up the cloud doors and said, hey, I'm going to dump this whole bucket of rain right on your head with a torrential downpour. So we had to hightail it out of there. But the one good thing about the episode is we caught multiple fish, we caught multiple species, which was great. So I had a good time, even though I was soaked from head to toe. But we got sea bass, we got oyster crackers, and again, I'm not surprised, but surprised that we got that striper on the end of the line. As I mentioned to you, you always got to try to pay attention to what's going on around you. I saw that guy catch that striper, asked him how he caught it, and I kind of worked off of that. And I knew striper like crabs, which is the sand flea, and they like bunker. So I had the bunker on the end of the line. That's why I put it on the hook, and lo and behold, guys, guess what? That striped friend was right there smacking up on that line, and I was able to retrieve it and show it to you guys. But that is the wettest I've ever been. Sorry for all the crackling that was going on the mic right there. The water was just all over the place, and again, I finally had to get out of there because I didn't want to ruin the equipment, because I was more worried about the mic, not the camera, because it's waterproof. I hope you guys really enjoyed that episode as much as I fished it. Again, I had a good time right there despite those conditions. But if you did, guys, smash that subscribe button, click that notification bell, give me a big fat thumbs up if you like any of those episodes that we have out there, including this one. Drop a comment below. Don't forget to subscribe on Instagram with us here at 302 Fishing. Help us out with those followers there. Have a great day fishing. I'm hoping you're catching your nice monsters off of the piers in your area. And as always, guys, fish on.